Well, it's another warm welcome back, all my vintage dirt bike YouTubers, and thanks once more for returning to my channel to continue receiving your motocross fix as we look at more racing classics from back in the day. Now, it's been quite a while since I've featured any Evolution motocrossers on my channel, so I thought that I'd just put that right immediately by showcasing one of the best Evo bikes of the 1980s. So let's just all take a look at Iain Clark's 1989 CR250R Honda. Now, this fantastic looking 1989 CR250R belongs to Scottish rider Iain Clark, and these pictures and short video clips were taken some time ago at a Scottish twin shock and Evolution race event that was held at Powmill in Scotland. Now, at the time these pictures were taken, Iain had just recently bought this bike from world-renowned American bike builder Lee McColloum from California. Now, Lee is a very highly respected bike builder in the USA, and this is just another of the very high quality machines that Lee puts together. Although the bike looks like it's come straight off the production line in 1989, it's actually an extremely high quality restoration. And when Lee builds these motocrossers, he always uses the very best quality parts available and absolutely no expense is spared to get the best that money can buy. Now, with regards to the engine on this CR250, this was built and tuned by American motocross engine specialist Mitch Payton. Mitch Payton is often referred to as Mr. Motocross back in the States, and his experience and knowledge of how to get the very best out of a motocross motor, whether it be 4-stroke or 2-stroke, is just legendary. Now, naturally, because Mitch Payton built this engine, you can rest assured that every single component on this Honda power plant has undergone the utmost scrutiny, and that this is essentially a brand new 250 Honda motor. Now, as you can see, Iain's bike has been fitted with a top of the range Pro Circuit expansion chamber and tailpipe, which of course replaces the Honda original unit. Although as motocross exhaust systems go, you probably couldn't buy any better than these Pro Circuit parts, because these are your Rolls Royce of racing motocross exhaust systems. But these Pro Circuit exhaust systems are very good systems indeed, and even this very tidy little alloy tailpipe just oozes quality and looks just perfect on Iain's machine. These 89 250s also had the latest inverted cartridge type front forks, and the front and rear suspension systems on this bike was actually set up and tuned once again by another American legend, Bones Bacon. Bones Bacon actually worked for Pro Circuit products for more than 34 years before retiring, and he still works on special projects such as these types of restorations in his spare time. Although if you can think of some of the big American motocross and supercross stars of the last 30 years, then the chances are that Bones Bacon has worked on their race machines. Now, these 89 CR250s also had Honda's well-proven Pro-Link rear suspension, which on their day was just one of the best of its time when it came to Evolution racers. Now, the late 1980s were the time when these new Evolution race bikes were beginning to see these racing seats extended forward onto the top of the fuel tank, and this was to enable the rider to shift his weight to help the bike make tight turns. Now this CR250 had a plastic airbox feeding that flat slided key-in carburetor with its air supply. And also these 250 motors had Honda's HPP or Honda Power Port power valve, which were absolutely revolutionary on not just these Honda motocrossers, but many of the other big four Japanese manufacturers started using their own interpretation of a two-stroke power valve. Now, even in the standard trim for 1989, this was still an exceptional engine and certainly one of the best Honda ever put into a motocross chassis. Now, the motor is of course a 250 water-cooled two-stroke with a reed valve intake, and the barrel is also Nikasil plated. Now, nevertheless, these Hondas still had a steel chassis and an alloy box section swing arm, but they still weighed in at around 205 pounds dry weight. That's of course minus any fuel, so that was still a respectable weight for a 1989 Evolution motocross bike. But these CR250s, and especially this 1989 model in particular, were very well received by the off-road fraternity when they were unveiled to the public, and these were huge sellers for Honda back in the day, and even in these modern times with the upsurge and interest in the Evolution movement here in the UK. If you're looking to sell your 89 250, there's never a shortage of interested parties knocking on your door to try and grab a bargain. But this bike of Iain's is just simply superb, and with the added provenance of the likes of Lee McColloum, Bones Bacon and Mitch Payton having a hand in the bike's construction, only adds value to what is possibly one of the best looking CR250s that I've seen for quite some time. And so there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this very brief look at an iconic Evolution motocross racer from the late 1980s. That's Iain Clark's CR250 Honda. Now, once again, thank you all very much for viewing, and if you like what you see, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more of these old racing classics. So until we speak again, continue to stay safe until we return to eyeball more off-road motorcycles right here on Classic Dirt Bike TV. This video was brought to you in association with WorldSport, the world's #1 supplier for all your off-road and leisure sportswear. Just visit their online website for more information.